Get inspired with the woman empowerment extraordinaire, LaMeel.
Hello, beautiful goddesses. It is Priestess LaMeel. I'm actually recording this on the LaMeel radio platform. So if you are not subscribed, you're not following, please do that. However, this training is exclusively for this course training called The Vibration of Money. This is part 2. And if you haven't listened to part 1, please go back and do that. In part 1, we talked about, what did we talk about? We talked about how to feel the vibration of money, how to match the vibration of money. And we left off at the idea that you need to learn to hold that vibration, right? So, if you know how to get into that feeling place, and and I talked about getting into that feeling place and then using the meditation so that you are receiving that energy and emitting that energy or vibration or frequency. I'm using those words interchangeably. Then you will start to manifest that money. You're going to draw it to you. You're going to draw it to you because you become a match for it, because in essence, you become that energy. You're not only giving it out, but you're magnetizing it in, right? So it is in essence flowing to and through you continuously. And so we live in a attraction-based universe. So if you are that energy, whatever you're a match to shows up. And sometimes it will first show up in forms that are not the money. For me, it looked like free stuff, discounts. I would want a Chipotle bowl, and maybe I had complained about something like a month ago, and literally that day I'd get the email where they had finally responded back and said, "Oh, hey, we put a free entree in your app." Wanting, it'd be so nice to have, some breakfast delivered, and then I decide to go ahead and order it, but my ex's or friend's card was still on file because maybe they ordered last time through my app or whatever, and I order the food, pick it up and realize I didn't pay for it, call them to say, "Hey, this was an accident, I removed your card." Oh no, enjoy lunch on me, right? I still have amazing friends that will be like, "You sound like you're having a rough day, or you're a little off focus. I ordered you a Starbucks, go pick it up, or so you can get out of the house," that kind of thing. So it started showing up for me like that. I am I love shopping at thrift stores and on Free Cycle and stuff like that. So the very thing that I would be looking for or wanting would be offered up on Free Cycle. So, in a lot of ways, especially when I was trying to manifest things, that is how those things showed up for me. It wasn't necessarily like the money showed up so I could buy them, although that did happen. But when I was first using these techniques, I was manifesting situations and things. And so those things would show up without me having to pay for them, but in really unique, unusual ways to some people, right? Situations, it is rare, although it does happen for me sometimes now, where exactly how I plan or magnetize a situation, it actually comes exactly like that. early on, how I was magnetizing a situation did not show up that way at all, but the end result did. Right? So how I got there was and the truth was that I had too many variables and I was too cluttered and I had too many blocks. So although I was doing the magnetizing, the universe had to go and circumvent all of the bullshit and the blocks and things that I was still holding on to, right? So it really could not come to me the way that I envisioned because it was too clouded, it was too cluttered, it was too much negativity, all of those things. There was too many issues and limiting beliefs attached to those situations. So it had to show up some other way, right? When I first started playing the money game, and it was like, oh, I want $100. And then a friend called me and said, hey, I just sent you $100. Did you get it? I was like, fuck out of here, right? From somebody I would have never known. And his thing was, I call you all the time. I ask you for stuff. I ask you about things, and you always have the information that I need. And I just want you to know I appreciate you. I appreciate your time because I know that you charge for your time, but you don't charge me. And so this is just my way of saying thank you. So things will start to show up in that respect. And it may look like that for you. It may not. But I want you to know that you need to be open to it materializing in different ways, especially when it is things and situations, right? Which is now I'm teaching you and I'm hearing me and I'm learning a lesson because I do have a situation that I have been magnetizing and it is not materializing in the way, it's not unfolding in the way that I am trying to magnetize it. But this is a situation in my life where there's a lot of backstory, there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of negativity involved. And so the reality is that it is impossible with all of that extra emotion, lower level emotion, for it to materialize and unfold in the way that I want it to. However, taking heed to this, I'm able now to start to clean up, right? My vibration around the situation. I will continue to magnetize the end result, and I will clean up the crap in the middle. And I'll talk to you a little bit about doing that. So how to hold the vibration of money. That's where we left off, and I want to go into that a little bit. I'm trying to get all fancy here, guys. I'm going to be connecting. I got a new mic. I'm going to be connecting. And I'm going to be doing some of the podcast as videos. So if you have not subscribed to me, to LaMeel Radio, which is the platform I'm actually using to record this for you, please do so. And before I get into holding the vibration of money, I also want to tell you I'm doing a series. I'm going to be doing like weekly or bi-weekly manifestation series on TikTok because now they allow for 10-minute videos. You can always catch those on LaMeel TV over on YouTube, but to catch them early and to get the free gifts that I will be offering with each series, you're going to want to follow me on TikTok. Please engage with me. I really love the idea of answering your questions via video. So if you have questions, like that's the place, that is the platform that I'm most engaged on right now, and where the newer content is put, and then it is disseminated to the other platforms. Also, if you are on my mailing list, know that our emails are going to be changing into the form of newsletter / magazine style. So look for that. If you're not on my mailing list, go to the website or go to lameel.com/hello and just sign up right there at the top. This training is a great addition and support material for magnetizing your manifestations, which right now is free. It will be available free on LaMeel.com/hello. And I'm making notes so that as you're hearing this, it's going to be either the link is going to be in lesson 1 or it's going to be in lesson 2 or both. For the first 100 days, you can get it free. So after that, it will become a mini course, much like this is. And then I might bundle these two together. So depending on when you hear this is depending on how that works and how it will be available to you. But it is worth getting, okay? Because the technique on how to magnetize money, you can use for people, places, situations, things in addition to money. And it's life-changing. And it will help you focus. It's going to teach you how to magnetize things very, very quickly. And so the reason that this training that you have right now is such a great supplement is because there's an exercise, which is the magnetizing exercise. And you need to know what you need to be feeling, right? And how to get into that feeling place. And this training is where we've been going kind of deep into how to figure out what that is for you, how to match it. So the matching of it is that sending and receiving, the sending and receiving of that feeling that we talked about in training in part 1. So how do you hold it? Because as I said earlier, in part 1, when you're doing the magnetizing exercises, right, that particular technique, you may get in there and within 2 minutes, you feel the click and you stop. And that's the technique. However, you can accelerate the speed at which your manifestations materialize if you can hold that vibration longer. So holding it longer doesn't necessarily look like holding it for 20 minutes at a time. When you are actively involved like that, it becomes work, and that's not really what you want to do. Like, I don't know about you, but I do not dream of work. So, but what you want to do is go back to that place multiple times a day. That's what it looks like for me. It may be easier. Maybe you have the time. Maybe you have the focus to sit for 20 minutes twice a day and just magnetize. The reason that I say that it is better, it is more productive, it allows you to be more successful if you are constantly tuning in and redirecting and starting the magnetizing method consciously outside of meditation, outside of quiet focus, because it's going to teach you how to be in it and be active, right? You really don't want a situation in your life where I need to manifest something, so I got to sit down and I got to be quiet. And although that definitely helps, especially in getting started, that's not where it's at. You want to be the walking embodiment of magnetizing everything that you desire and everything that comes to you. And so when you're practicing and you go, you spend your once in the daytime, once in the evening, quiet, focused, magnetizing throughout the day, when the thought comes up, when you realize you're feeling good, and if you don't have those realizations yet, I want you to set your alarm on your phone, right? So maybe once an hour. Once an hour, I started that with gratitude. That if you haven't done that, you need to go find that video on LaMeel TV, because that shit is shifting. It is total body, mind, soul shifting. So every hour, every 3 hours, maybe, depending on what you do for a living, to support yourself or what have you, what your schedule will allow. Set the alarm and then spend no more than 5 minutes trying to get into the vibration of money and hold it until you feel really good and you feel yourself receiving it and sending it out and receiving it and extending it, sending it out. So you become a receiver and a magnifier, right? You're magnetizing it into you, and you are broadcasting it out, and you're magnetizing it into you and you're broadcasting it out. And so although we are always doing it, always, right? We talked about that earlier. What you want to do is try to change your frequency so that it becomes natural. You want to break up the magnetizing the stuff that you don't want and focus so that you are magnetizing the things that you do want. And in order to shift that to where it becomes unconscious, right? Because you want it to be like, have you ever experienced like getting in the car and you're really tired and you're driving, and the next thing you realize that you're at home and you're like, the car drove itself home because I don't even know how I got here, right? You know where home is, you know how to use a car, and so you are unconsciously cognizant of what it is that you need to do, right? So you don't have to focus on it anymore. You can be spaced out, you could be stressed out, you could be mad, and you could still get in the car and get home without any focus whatsoever. So that's what you want to eventually be able to do with magnetizing and holding vibration. But just like driving a car, you have to first practice. And so the more practice you have, the better that you get at it, and the more it becomes an unconscious process for you. And eventually you won't necessarily be consciously magnetizing or holding the vibration of money, or holding a vibration for a new house, or holding a vibration for a new car. You will be holding the vibration of freedom. You'll be holding the vibration of joy. You'll be holding a vibration of ease and flow and love. And in those vibrations, when you think of, oh, I need to get a new dress, the money is already there. Oh, looks like I'm going to need a new car. Boop, the money is already there. Because you've been unconsciously holding this vibration. And so because you are that, and you are exuding that, right? And you are magnetizing it and sending out the signal, it will show up without you having to consciously ask for it. That's the end game. To get there, you gotta practice holding the vibration. And so once a day, once in the morning, once in the evening are excellent. If you can just be consistent with that. If you want to be a powerhouse and you want it now, you want it yesterday, you want to think it and it show up instantly. And I said I would talk about instant manifestation. So you want it to show up instantly, it can. If you are holding the vibration of what you want without resistance, it manifests instantly. There have been times when I have literally written down, like I create a story, right? So I'm telling a story, I'm writing a new story, and the new story is I did A, B, C, and D. I got a text message, I answered it, and I got this much money sent to my Cash App. Wrote the story, got on the phone with a girlfriend. I was in a very high energy. I didn't have any resistance to the story I had written earlier. I sent out an email while I was talking to her. I got a text message, and then I got the money sent to my Cash App. This was not anything that I knew was going to happen. I didn't know who was going to text me. I didn't hold on to how it was going to come. I knew the process that I was going to use, right? Which was through an offer. But I didn't know who was going to respond. And I didn't know that person. It wasn't even someone that I had ever worked with before. So when you don't have any resistance and you're able to hold that vibration, it can be instant. And so that instant for me was probably about 15 to 20 minutes max. And that's probably as fast as a lot of things. Anything that I would consider instant in my life is about 15 to 20 minutes, less than an hour for sure. So you can get there, and some things, the things that materialize quickly for you is because you have less resistance. The things that take longer will be because there's some blocks. There's resistance. There are contradicting vibrations going on. And so you need to take note of that. For a long time, manifesting money was difficult, but manifesting material things were not, right? I didn't have any blocks to material items. Like I wanted, I got it. I wanted, I got it. I was the living proof of that song. And then my daughter was that. And then all of a sudden our house was overflowing with shit because there was no resistance and to those things. There was more resistance, and I had more stories around money. And so breaking down those stories allowed for it to start coming to me and flowing to me the way that I want it. However, the truth is you can circumvent your stories by holding the vibration. It is difficult, and there will come a time when you do need to address some of those blocks, right? Some of those beliefs, some of those contrasting thought patterns and behaviors and energies and things like that. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna have to deal with your dark shit. And I say dark shit only because we've put it in the dark, right? Because all of it is us. All of it is our lessons. All of them is necessary. Conception happens in the dark. A child is developed in the dark, right? The womb is dark. Like we come from the dark. God was in the dark when he said, let there be light, meant that he was in the dark. So there's nothing wrong with the dark, but you do need to know what it is, love it, embrace it, and allow it to be transformed into something that you can embrace and harness and utilize instead of being afraid of or ashamed of. We were at 22. So the angels are talking to me and you. Look, now I'm rhyming. I'm about to be a rapper. Here we go. So that's the idea around holding your vibration. So one of the practices, and I'm going to try to give you 3 or 4. One of the practices is setting the alarm, right? If you can do every hour, you're a boss. And try. Now, every hour you may not get into it. If you're suffering from anxiety and other things like that, you're going to have some times when it's like, fuck this alarm. It's not working. And that is okay. And I always say, if you're feeling a lot of resistance, I got a t-shirt that says I'm the nap queen, right? Because I will go the fuck to sleep. I will take a bath and go to sleep. Fuck all this shit and go to sleep, and start over because the resistance stops when you go to sleep. So the goal here is not to get it absolutely, it's not a goal, right? This is not, I got to get it right every single time. This is, I'm changing my life and I'm going to practice this. And it doesn't mean that every hour of every day I am vibrating at love and freedom and above any of that. Really what this is about is that I know where to go and I know how to get there. And when I'm not there, I can still love myself anyway. And I know what to do to shift. And when I get back there, it feels so good because I was out and getting into the vortex, getting into alignment, becoming a match to the vibration of the freedom and the money and the success and the wealth that I want is so delicious to me. And so this is an experience. And as you learn and as you master things, it's like an upward spiraling staircase, right? You eventually come back to the same place, but at a higher level. So as you're learning, just know you're going to hit some walls. You're going to, think you dealt with something and it's going to come back, but it's coming back on a new level. And you're just evolving and you're growing, and be easy with yourself. And if you're in a financial bind, then I would recommend definitely, if you can get Magnetizing Your Manifestations and Money Madam. Oh, I think I'm going to make these 3 things a bundle, right? And at the end of the free period, the Vibration of Money, Money Madam, and Magnetizing, what is this? The Vibration of Money, Money Madam, and Magnetizing Your Manifestations will be an amazingly priced bundle, because it will change everything for you in the way of manifesting and your relationship with money. And it will lead you right into your financial femme journey, right? Feminine finances is important, and I talk about it, yes, because I used to do finances and credit and wealth building, but also because I realized that our finances determine our healing journey, our feminine journey. Our relationship with money ultimately spills into our lifestyle and how we live and how we're able to grow, and our self-care. So it's important to have access to that knowledge. So if you haven't checked out Feminine Finances, please do that. That is an excellent place to go from here. And so is Money Madam, though. If you have not checked that out, that would probably be your next step, because these 3 programs are really teaching you how to manifest money. And the reason that I talk about money and manifesting money over other things is because most people have more blocks around money than they do about manifesting a car, or a lot of the other things that people want to manifest can be purchased with money, right? So if you change your relationship with money, you learn how to manifest money, then all of those other things come into play, and you can utilize the same technique to manifest situations and to draw people in. Okay, magnetizing is about drawing people in, and so the supplements to the magnetizing guide and learning that method is going to be about using it for situations and magnetizing people that you need in your life to elevate your career, to take your business to the next level, things like that. So we're at some daily practices. So I told you about one, which is setting the alarm, right? The other one is, number 2, is music. Find music that sets your soul on fire in a really good way. Music that makes you want to sing, regardless of people looking. The type of music that makes you dance no matter where you are. Find that music and create a playlist. Start your day with it. If you have a break from your whatever it is you do for a living, or you can listen to it while you're doing what you do. You see, I avoid saying work, right? Then listen to that, because if it lifts your spirit and you're happy, it raises your vibration. Okay, so music, you're going to set the alarm and practice that feeling of having money and what money will do for you. You're going to listen to music. The other thing is, make a list of 5 things that make you really, really happy. What are 5 things that make you really happy? excuse me, and figure out how to incorporate them, if not into your everyday, which would be the first option, then into your every week. So I'll tell you, I really like the color pink. I love balloons. I love bubbles. I love sparkly sweet drinks and really beautiful sweet treats. Now, aesthetically, pink and beautiful blingy things make me very happy. I don't eat the sweet treats the way that I used to, and I do still eat hard candy when I'm really stressed, but having them around. So I love macaroons. My sweet treat is macaroons. I love macaroons. So having a beautiful plate that is pink with rose gold and bling on it or whatever, stacked high with macaroons, balloons, a bubble machine going, like I am in a good place instantly. Then you add music and then you move your body. Okay, that's the next one. You got to move your body at least once a day. Whether you're going for a walk, whether you're dancing to that music, I need you to move your body. So, you're setting your phone alarm and you're getting into the feeling place of having the money. You are creating a music playlist. You are listing the top 5 things that bring you joy and incorporating them either into your daily life or your weekly life. And you are moving your body. You are dancing, walking, whatever it is. Move your body, exercise. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is earthing. I want you once a day to put your hands in some dirt, some sand, some earth. Take your shoes off and put your feet in the grass. Put your feet in the dirt. You only have to stand there for a few minutes, but connect with nature because it raises your vibration. When it was too cold, and I don't like to be cold, that's not my thing, I don't do that. So I have a pot of dirt and I would just stick my hands in the dirt when I couldn't get outside because it was too cold. Okay, but connect to nature. That's your 5th one. And I hope you found a lot of value in this training. I would love to hear from you. You can message me right here from within the course. You can text the support number. You can message us on Facebook. And like I said, we're highly engaged. I'm highly engaged on TikTok. So you can always send messages there or comment on videos. So that's it, my loves. I hope you understand the vibration of money, how to match it, how to hold it, and you've got some things so that you can start a practice so that you are holding the vibration of what it is that you desire and you can manifest all of your intentions. I love you so much. I really appreciate you being here with me, coming along for this journey of mine and sharing yours. Talk to you soon.
LaMeel Radio. Empowerment radio for women, by women.